My name is Constanza, and the piece I'm going to be reading today is called El Malo. With a, f- with a flashlight on his left hand and his hunting rifle on the right hand, my grandfather walked past my sister and me. He suddenly stopped and turned toward us. It's time. We have to plan our moves. We need to outsmart him before he kills again, he said. Our eyes widened with fear and excitement as we marched behind him. It was late that summer night. We were wearing our pajamas and running barefoot through my grandparents' garden at our family's country house. The garden was filled with trees and exotic animals that scared this city girl. Abue, what if he catches us? I whispered. Only brave girls are allowed here with me tonight. If you're not brave, then you have to go back to the house, he said. My grandfather had always been direct and fearless. He was a traditional Mexican patriarch who held the reins of the family in one hand and a drink in the other. There was never room for wimps in his jurisdiction. I'm ready, let's get him, said my sister. Giovanna was always ready to get dirty and have adventures. So she grabbed my hand as we followed our grandfather to the side of the house where the rabbit tree was. In the darkness, we cannot see rabbits that lived in a hole under the big tree, but we knew they were there, peacefully sleeping, and we had to protect them from El Malo. My sister and I had never seen El Malo. My grandpa told us that he was evil and appeared at night to kill our rabbits. We had to catch him before he slayed again. El Malo will probably come in a few minutes, so you have to prepare your weapon and hit him as soon as you see him, he said. We didn't know what El Malo looked like, but our imaginations ran wild as we pictured evil incarnate. Evil must be big with black fur, sharp teeth, big mouth, red eyes, claws to climb trees, and wings as big as me. He was my nightmare. But I had to save our little rabbits. He had to be stopped. Listen for any sound in the night, said Grandpa. Giovanna, you look to the right and Constanza to the left. I'll study the sky just in case he comes flying in. What if he thinks we're rabbits and decides to kill us? I shivered. The three of us sat quietly next to the tree for a few minutes. It seemed like hours in the dark. My sister and I grabbed our sticks tightly and never closed our eyes. We had to be aware of any strange movement at all times. Time passed, and El Malo was nowhere to be found. Suddenly, I heard a loud, rumbling sound very close to us. It seemed to come from the area close to where Grandpa was sitting. Okay, girls, it's time to go eat, he said. But Abue, what if he comes while we're away and kills a baby rabbit? Said my sister. Well, we can't fight him with an empty stomach. Besides, La Abuela has leftovers from tonight's dinner. I can make you two sandwiches with it, he said. Yes, I want a special sandwich, I cheered. We will come back tomorrow night. We will come back tomorrow night, he said as his stomach grumbled once more. Now we eat. Years later, I would find out the special ingredient in those sandwiches was fresh rabbit meat. Brought to us courtesy of El Malo himself, my beloved grandfather.